Governments really need to understand how the industry works. The business model of consumer internet companies like Facebook, Amazon, and Google is really premised on the creation of tremendously powerful network platforms. The collection of data through those platforms to develop behavioral advertising profiles on individuals, and the development of algorithms that essentially curate content and target ads at the individual. We have seen tremendous examples of the spread of disinformation. What we have to remember is that disinformation operators have limited budgets. What they want to try to do is sow chaos in democracy. The most effective way to do that, using the technological infrastructures that the industry has created, is to collect data and start to target marginalized communities and shower disinformation on them. There are so many different jurisdictions right now that are innovating. In the case of the European Commission, which issued the General Data Protection Regulation, a set of rules that dictate how commercial entities can collect and use data. How do you collect data in the first place, and what kinds of rights should be afforded to the consumer? These are things that were answered, which the GDPR comments on. Malaysia recently developed a new law that would essentially enable the government to take down any information or content from the internet that the government feels is not valid. You could question its merits in the sense that should governments have that kind of power? And in fact, in the case of Malaysia, conclusions have been drawn by a lot of people in the press that the government did this for the wrong reasons. This is why understanding the regulatory landscape overall is so important. We're talking about a very powerful industry, an industry that is capable of encouraging political leaders to take a course of action that might not necessarily be the right thing for the consumer. Governments should be courageous in trying to develop new standards that can truly hold the industry accountable, essentially to develop a new social contract, a new redistribution of power between the consumer and the industry and the government that can be better for the long-standing success of national democracies.